Hey everybody, my name is J.R. Sparrow, host of West Virginia Uncommonplace, co-host of Sparrows Under Review. This past December, Stacy and I were at the Jacksonville Podcast United Christmas party, and we were able to record a video of Riverside Steve and the impressive things that Riverside has been doing and is continuously doing. So I would like to present you all with this video. This is not an exclusive, it's just something that we were allowed to record with his permission, and I want to share it with everyone.
Well, hey everybody, I'm Steve. I actually work for Riverside, but I have my own video podcast that we publish every week, and so I'm going to talk to you about that. I've been hosting webinars all day, so I apologize for my voice, but I'll try to project. So we launched a tech podcast in January of this year, video and audio, and we're already at over 200,000 downloads just for the audio. So we publish the audio with Transistor, that's just for this first year. And then we publish video, both full-length video episodes on YouTube and the full-length video on Spotify, which you can do with whoever you host now. And so we have a full episode both places, plus we're doing short-form video. So we're publishing the short-form clips. Every day we don't have a full episode, so 6 clips a week. And we use Riverside to do all of that, which makes it super fast. I'm going to show you how to do all that. And so I'd like for a lot of it to be question and answer, so I'm just going to kind of tell you kind of what we do, and then open it up to hear what you guys like to see. All right. So we record every week with Riverside, and the reason being it's high quality, remote guests and all that kind of stuff, but I use Final Cut to edit on my YouTube videos and all that, but I still use Riverside for the podcast because it just makes it faster. It makes it way easier. Plus you can do things like, we have generate magic clips, which I could just click generate here, and it's going to make like 8 to 10 vertical videos of my podcasts instantly. And so I have all these are all like clips that were generated by Riverside with that one click, and then I can go in and edit them further. And so you can also, I'll show you what those look like in a second. You can also go in, if you really want to download the video and audio separately, you can download the high quality video and audio track for each guest. So here's each of us, we can do that. We also have a magic audio feature. It's like AI audio, so if they have like background noise or whatever. But another cool feature is we have AI show notes. So we actually generate this from your transcript. You get a summary, takeaways, bullet points. So you can repurpose it for social media posts, for blog posts, and we even do generated chapter markers.
Do you know who the back end of that is? Is it ChatGPT, Claude?
It's an OpenAI API.
Okay.
But we do a lot of prompt generating on our side.
Sure.
So
Okay.
it's all calling back to
Are you guys local here in Jacksonville?
Riverside's actually based in Tel Aviv.
Oh, okay.
And so there's about 160 people in Tel Aviv, and then dozens of people around the world. So, but yeah. So, also editing. So whenever I want to go in, like after we record an episode, from me finishing the recording to publishing the video on YouTube, it takes me 2 hours. That's it. For the video, the audio, editing, thumbnail, artwork, everything.
Exporting too?
Everything.
How long
because
is your
you're...
average episode?
What's that?
What's your average episode?
Hour, 20 minutes.
Okay.
Wow.
And we do a 15-minute bonus episode every week that we offer as a paid subscription. So you can pay $5 a month and you get ad-free and the bonus episodes.
Okay.
And we record it all at once. So this was like our last recording. It's about over an hour and a half. And if I want to edit it, it's as simple as like selecting text and deleting. Like you've probably seen, things like that. But I also like to find the end of the episode where the bonus episode starts. I usually say something like, "See you next week." And so I can actually search the transcript up here. It shows me every point where I said that here in the recording. And so I think it's right about here was the end of the episode. And so I should probably have done this. I can scrub through every instance.
I love the color-coded speakers.
Color-coded speakers, and it's color-coded speakers in the transcript,
I see
and
that.
color-coded down here.
Yeah, super smart.
Yeah. So I can split this, and I have the bonus episode and my main episode. And then I can do things like add animated captions in a second. So now we got animated captions. And we have something called Smart Scenes. This was a new feature. So if you want to focus on the active speaker throughout the clip, this will actually put the active speaker full screen and then focus on both people when there's kind of those in-between conversations or there's crosstalk. and then it'll focus on just one person or the screen share whenever you're not speaking. So it automatically will cut all of that, and then I can just go up here to export 4K, and that's the file that I upload to our YouTube channel, to Spotify, and that's what it'll generate clips from too. And that's how fast. It'll literally take me like 10 minutes. Mostly what I do is just specify the chapters that I want, because what I'll do is I'll copy this chapter list, and then I put that in my YouTube description, which generates chapters on the YouTube video. So I adjust that, and then that's pretty much it. We're done. And you can adjust the layout if you want, or the style, if you want to add like a background design and stuff like that.
Do you have to do something to code YouTube to know where the chapter markers are?
You literally just put it in the video description. So like what I have here, so if I go to one of my videos, this was the last episode, all you do is, when you write the description for the episode, you just paste this text right here.
And you got that from Riverside?
You could just paste exactly what you get from Riverside right in the description, and
Now,
it'll
if
make
you
the
want
chapter.
to change, what if you're like, when you're in Riverside and you're like, I actually want 5 seconds before that?
I can literally just drag the chapter marker down here in the timeline, or
Stop it!
So how much is it?
it's free. You can record for free. Our standard is $20 a month, and Pro Plan is $30 a month, depending on what features you want and stuff like that. We also have live streams, so we've now been live streaming to YouTube with Riverside, and you can simulcast. So you can send it to LinkedIn, Twitch, YouTube all at the same time, and still record in Riverside. Just in the last few months.
Yeah.
So are you saying you can replace like a StreamYard with this?
Yeah.
100%. We live stream completely with Riverside, and so like,
And I feel like you guys are more podcaster focused. Does that feel fair?
podcast is a huge focus. Any talking head content,
Okay.
so tutorial video, because you could do screen recordings and do a picture-in-picture. You could do it all with Riverside. But like, this was actually a live stream from Riverside, and you'll see like, one of the things, if you want to make your video podcast more engaging, I share my screen throughout. So I'll have web browsers open. So if we're talking about a news story or if there's an image, I'll share my screen as we're recording, and then Riverside does this automatically. So I don't have to edit this stuff later. I don't have to like overlay B-roll later.
Okay.
I share my screen while we're recording, and then it actually has all the overlays for me. And so I'll do that throughout the whole thing. And you can see this was a live stream from Riverside chat. And you can see these comments in Riverside while you record, and also show them on screen as lower thirds if you want.
And if you don't want to, you can leave them out?
You leave them out, yeah. And that's all in Riverside.
How many speakers can you have?
10 at a time. And then live stream is as many.
That's on the free?
Yeah, you can have 10 recorded simultaneously. No problem.
So, about a year ago when I was looking into Descript.
Sure.
I
won't hold it against you. It's
Right,
okay.
that's where it started with the text editing thing. So I want to now, today and age, how is Riverside compared to Descript and what they offer?
We offer more than what they offer.
Yeah, okay.
But
That's what
because
I figured.
Like, there's been a few things like, what about filler word removal?
Right.
And we've added that.
Okay.
So you can do that right here in
Yeah, I need
Riverside.
that. Yeah.
You can
What if
remove
there is
silences.
no talking head? What if you have an audio only podcast?
So you can do audio only with Riverside. That works great too. And you can actually do image and text overlays right here in the editor and search for royalty-free images right here. And overlay it while, like, I could get an image right here. I can zoom. And
I was
now
already
have
thinking
it.
about changing, but dang.
And then if I go to the AI producer, our remove silence feature is way smarter than just remove silences. We call it set pace because you can remove more silence or less. And so it'll tell you how many pauses it's going to remove and how many seconds it's going to cut out of the whole clip. So that's, and then you can remove, smooth speech removes all the filler words. And then magic mute will mute other people's tracks when they're not talking.
Thank God.
So if you have somebody coughing in the background, or maybe they tap their table, you can do magic mute, and it will mute their track when they're not talking. So you don't have all that background.
Do you ever get like an awkward transition where the person comes back in and it's kind of like an awkward?
We usually leave a little padding between like the silence and when they start speaking.
What if they talk over each other?
Oh, yeah, you great transition. Because I was just going to say, this is something recent. We actually just introduced multi-track editing. So if you had two people and you notice that there's some crosstalk, you can actually zoom in on the timeline, see each person's waveforms, and actually delete a portion of one track but not the other.
Can you clip it and just move one over?
You can't move it over just yet.
Okay, so we got to get rid of words to, okay.
Now you can copy paste sections. So I said that, but you might be able to kind of get around it because you can like copy this section or cut it
Sure.
and then paste it later. Right.
If
But yeah.
there's a lot.
Yeah,
If there's
yeah.
only one, fine.
Right.
But, yeah.
Talk to me about hardware setup now. I know this is mostly web-based.
It's all web-based.
Oh, it's all web-based. Okay.
So your computer hardware really doesn't matter.
Right, but if here you guys are in two different
Right.
rooms.
Yeah, yeah,
right? How simple would it be to set up like mobile? Like if we want to set up a podcast right here, right now, we're not now.
Let's do it right now.
Oh,
So-
snap. You asked. You
So Riverside has a hat.
That's a good question.
I almost didn't bring my microphone.
Yeah, I know, but we actually have a podcast together. But then like we travel, so she's in a hotel room, I'm in a hotel room, or whatever. And we want to know, okay, do we pull out a laptop? How do we set it up? Get it going. You probably don't even need a laptop, I'm assuming.
No, just do it.
Right there.
So you can plug in a USB mic to the
Yes.
phone or your iPad, and you can still do 4K video and the audio. I plug in a pair of headphones here so I hear my remote guest. We're doing a podcast right now.
And that's it.
That's it. And so you can do it on iPad and on Android phone.
And you have full featured live streaming, all that same thing.
The live stream is not on the mobile just yet,
Okay.
but that's coming. But you can edit here on mobile. So I can actually go to that same episode that I had over here. I can add animated captions. I can edit by the transcript. I can change it to a vertical format, like right here if I wanted. Let me make this a vertical format. I can do that in a second, and I can do the same thing here on my iPhone, Android, all
Is
that.
it local recording? Or is it?
So that's
Oh, yeah,
that's the
that was the
Riverside
question.
magic. It's the recording locally and then uploading to your Riverside dashboard as you record.
As you're recording.
So then at the end you get like a little thing like, hey, you're not fully uploaded yet.
It'll take a few seconds to finish uploading, but even if something catastrophic happens, like your power goes out,
You have locally.
everything that was uploaded to that point, you still have. And that recording is safe in Riverside.
So good.
I got a question. So, can I do this? And do I have to do it inside a Chrome browser, or or can I finally take it to Safari?
So Safari has limitations with any API,
Or an extension,
but
yes.
we have a native Mac app. So if you want to install the Mac app, you can do that.
There you go.
Yeah, but you do have to use Chrome or Edge, and it works in more Chromium browsers. I actually use Brave. I'm using Brave right now.
Why do you use Brave?
Tracking privacy. It's a lighter browser, and I found like continuity camera for iPhone. If you use that, more consistent in Brave than in Google Chrome.
Interesting.
Google Chrome sometimes blocks it, and it's weird.
That's weird.
But anyway, so if you edit in Riverside, you get your full episode. Discovery on YouTube is huge. Highly recommend have a channel for your podcast. Upload the full-length video. We got monetized about 6 months into making the show. And what you do on YouTube is you actually create a playlist and you mark it as a podcast. So this way it shows up in YouTube Music and people can listen and watch there. Then you take that same video file that you uploaded to YouTube, and what I've been doing is going to Spotify, and even if you host elsewhere, so I host my audio on Transistor, in Spotify for creators, you log in, you claim your RSS feed, now I can go back and actually upload the full video, and this is really recent, you can actually upload a vertical clip per episode. So those magic clips you get from Riverside, you can add one per episode, and Spotify will use it on their browse pages. And if you browse the web, even if you don't
It's
use
basically an
Spotify,
advertisement for your.
what's that?
It's like an advertisement for your show.
Right. Well, Spotify, their Discover page, there's a lot more, they're just surfacing videos for you. They have an infinite scroll, so some people might just be scrolling through here, and your clip could be one of those if you start uploading them to here. And then, of course, if someone goes to my podcast in Spotify, they can start watching it, or they can flip over and just listen to it. And so this is the same video that I uploaded to YouTube. The description is the same as my podcast and all of that.
Okay, so you created it in Riverside.
Yeah.
And then you have a second hosting in Spotify.
Yeah, you don't have to pay for it. That's free.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
You have
actually,
second hosting.
it's a little weird. I don't host on Spotify. I
Get those up there.
host my podcast on Transistor.
Yeah.
My podcast host is like Buzzsprout, Transistor,
Yeah.
Libsyn. And so that's where I upload my audio files, and that's where my RSS feed comes from.
Right.
And then you submit that RSS feed to Spotify.
Yeah.
And when you do that, then you can log into Spotify for Creators and manage your show.
Right. And then
But I'm not
distribute it out from
right.
there.
But I'm not uploading my audio to Spotify. You can.
Okay, and then from that, how are you getting those clips on there? The 1 minute clips?
So once you're in Spotify for Creators, you can just go to an episode that you're managing.
So I'm sorry to interrupt you. That's different than Spotify for podcasters.
It's just it changed names recently.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Okay.
They changed it from Spotify for podcasters to creators because they're adding more of these like video features.
Because I have a client that posts on Spotify and we make audiograms.
That's great, yeah.
So I can upload her audiograms to her.
Yeah.
So how am I doing that?
So once you log into Spotify for podcasters or creators, you go to your show, to your individual episodes,
Yes.
and then you can go to any one, and then you go to the details part.
Yes.
This is where you can upload the video, and you can also upload custom thumbnails. So now I'm using the same thumbnail on YouTube and in Spotify. And it looks way better when you have like those custom thumbnails in Spotify. But then here at the top, there's the clip section. So you can now upload that vertical clip per episode. Just one clip for right now. I think we're going to add more later. But you can do one clip per episode.
What are you going to do with all the brain guts on the floor?
Yeah.
Now those clips too, I mean, we share them on TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts.
Right.
And the YouTube Shorts, you can link those shorts to your full episodes. So like if you go to, let's see, my shorts here. Go here.
So I manually upload it to Spotify and YouTube completely separately.
Correct.
YouTube has clips, Spotify does not. I didn't know they actually had that.
Yeah. So this was made in Riverside, animated captions. I was sharing my screen, and so all of that was in Riverside. And then when you upload shorts to YouTube, you can link the full-length episode. So someone could tap there on their phone, and they jump to the full episode on the channel. And so again, just a more discovery tool so you can get in front of more people.
And then local recording doesn't happen through the app, right? On the phone?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, it does.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So you have no matter where you have local recording.
That's it. Yeah. And you can use USB mics, all that with the iPhone and iPad and everything like that. And when I'm actually traveling, I'll use my iPhone in continuity camera mode with my laptop. And then I can use that as my camera, and I literally use this microphone when I travel. And that's my travel setup.
And that's it.
That's it. I have a different setup like at home. Like you can see it's a little different, but yeah.
Which live platforms you said it's compatible with?
Pretty much all of them. I mean, I can go right here and show you. So when you're going to record in Riverside, this is what it looks like when I do every week. I'm going to go to record, I choose my camera, microphone, speaker. So right here, you can add multiple destinations. So YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. So you can add all those by logging into those accounts. But you can also add any RTMP destination. That's something you would do like if you want to schedule a YouTube live stream. You'd have to do it that way. Or you can live stream to Instagram with RTMP. But it crops to the middle of the frame. And Riverside doesn't have control over that. So if you want to live stream to Instagram, just be mindful. You're seeing the widescreen video, but Instagram is just going to get the middle.
Okay.
So you just have to know like where the
Where the
boundaries are.
positioning and everything is, okay.
But you can do all of that, and then here in the studio, you have the live streaming or screen sharing tools. So you can share your screen. That's what I do a lot. You can have a script here, and you can actually have this as run as a teleprompter if you want. All here in the studio, and then over here you can have text overlays. These are lower thirds, and so you can show lower thirds. They'll appear on screen. You can show comments as lower thirds. And then we also have the media board. So if you want to play like video and audio clips, you can play a video. And that will be a separate track recording in your Riverside dashboard. But if you were live streaming, that would also go to the live stream. And they would see you in picture with your guests and the video. And you can load up as many as you would like here and play those videos and audios.
So now tell us, what's the difference between free, 20, 30?
Well, I don't want to lie to you, so let me just go with pricing range. So I know on the free plan, you get, let's move on the website. Ignore that. So on the free plan, you get up to 720 video quality. You still get magic clips, so we'll automatically generate those vertical videos. And you can do live streaming even on the free plan, 720p. The biggest thing on the free plan is you get 2 hours of separate tracks. So let's say you recorded 2-hour-long episodes.
Right.
Your next recording, you can still edit it in Riverside and export the final video, but you can't download the individual tracks. Which, to be honest, I never do because I just edit in Riverside, but that's the free plan. So the biggest difference when you go to the standard is you get those separate tracks, you get up to 4K video, and then you get more live streaming tools. And then if you want like the AI generated show notes, we have an AI voice generator. We have a bunch of other features on the Pro plan.
So the AI comes with the Pro.
Well, different AI features. The show notes specifically is the Pro.
Yeah.
The magic.
But that's the key. That's the time saver right there. The show notes.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and I use the tags for my YouTube tags. I just pull it from Riverside.
That transcript feature, what plan does that come in?
So you get transcript. The Pro is where you can actually download the transcript, but you get editing via transcript even on the free plan. So your editor is
Okay, so I think we're talking about two different things. Script, not transcript.
like teleprompter.
Thank you.
I think that's on the free plan. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, because I have one plan that would definitely use it.
I don't think we even listed here. Oh no.
Teleprompter for a whole.
That's Pro.
I think she pays for this one already.
So well, the teleprompter is Pro. So you're good to go.
Okay.
So